Greetings, Lucky Legends. Welcome to the dojo. My name is Lucky. This is Lucky Lad TV. I'm your host for this video, and I hope you guys enjoy this video because the editing is going to take me forever. This is a Pokemon Factoids video. It's 21 facts about Pokemon that are often overlooked. It's not like the totally... These are the type of things where you go, oh yeah, that's true. It's not those things that it's not something that you would only find out if you looked it up. These are the types of things that you know, and they're in the back of your head, but you don't think about it. And I'm really nerdy about this type of stuff. I love these types of things. I'm gonna try and bring them, more often, but that means gathering facts. In the comment section down below, use the hashtag 21, like 21, the number's 21. Use the hashtag 21, because I have 21 factoids for you guys here, with any facts or information that you have, and they may get featured in an upcoming episode of this. So, go for it. Number 1, and these have a little bit of a pattern. The first few are about name spelling. Eevee, the little Pokemon that you see on your screen now, if you reverse its name, it's still Eevee. E-E-V-E-E. The same goes for Ho-Oh. Even with the dash, it's still Ho-Oh. Girafarig, which is one that is one of the more overlooked ones. Girafarig spelled backwards is still Girafarig. Same goes for Alomomola. Alomomola, which is one of the most difficult Pokemon names to pronounce because it's very mumbly. If you reverse it, it's still Alomomola. Then there are some Pokemon where if you spell their name backwards, it's an actual word. For example, Rotom is motor, spelled backwards. Why? Because if you look, or if you pay attention, when Rotom changes forms, it says, which motor would you like Rotom to enter? Because Rotom, it's not the motor Pokemon, but that is how it takes over the various appliances that it then embodies. It's motor spelled backwards. That was not by coincidence, I'm sure. Ekans spelled backwards is, of course, snake. However, its evolution, Arbok, is not Cobra spelled backwards. Cobra is spelled with a C, or C, I don't know what it is for you guys. And Arbok's last letter is K. So, maybe a little bit of a slip up there, maybe not, I don't know. The most common type in the game, although you may think it's bug or normal because you see those all the time, it's actually water. Water is the most common type in the game. This is including mono-normal types and then dual water types. So, if you add together all of the mono water types and then all of the Pokemon that have water in their type, whether it's primary or secondary, that total number is greater than the equivalent of any other type. The rarest type, I believe, is either Ghost or Dark. I know it's not Fairy, because they made a shitload of Pokemon Fairy type. However, the most common monotype, meaning the most common typing that you see that's singular, is normal. There are more mono-normal types than mono any other type. And normal flying is the most common dual typing. There are more normal flying types than any other type combination that exists. The funny part is, there's only one Pokemon that is strictly flying type, and that is Tornadus. Tornadus or Tornadus Therian, it does not matter. It's the only one. However, remember, water is still the most abundant. Of the typings, because as you know, there are 18 types in the game, 18 times 17 is 324. It's a very large number. Is that right? No, it's not 324. What's 18 times 17? Oh, no, I was thinking wrong. Okay, so 18 times 17 plus 18 is 324. Because the way you have to think about it, there are 18 potential monotypings, and then you have 18 potential primary types with 17 potential secondary typing. Because if you think about it realistically, a mono dark type Pokemon is really dark and dark type. I know that's kind of, counterintuitive, but monotyping is really saying it's that type and then it's that type again. Because that's really how it works in terms of calculating how many different types there are. However, since Ghost and Dark and Ghost are the same typing in terms of damage calculation and all that sort of stuff, in any sense that it actually matters, Ghost Dark and Dark Ghost are the same. So you actually have to do 18 times 17 and get that number, and then divide that number by 2, and then add 18 to it. So the total number of actual potential typings is 171. There are 171 potential types, or potential type combinations in this game, and 38 of them have not been used. Off the top of my head, you have Dragon Fighting, which needs to exist, and then you have something like, well, Fire and Water you have Volcanion, but then you have something like Normal and Ghost. Normal and Ghost does not exist. There are 38 examples of that. I don't know what they all are off the top of my head, but there's 2 of them. And in terms of type combinations, Flying is the king. Flying has a type combination with every other typing. There's of course all the Flying normal types, and then you could think of another type, and guess what? There's a Pokemon that dual types with that type in Flying. All of them. As for Poison, Poison is the lonely soul of the typing. They have no legendary Pokemon that are Poison type, and Arceus does not count. Arceus is a normal type Pokemon. If you put a plate on it, it changes type, but if you take that plate off, it's still a normal type. And with the introduction of Fairy typing, there are no more type combinations with 0 weaknesses. Normal Ghost is Normal Ghost, Dark Ghost. Those are examples of one. That's pretty much the closest you're going to get. Normal and Ghost dual typing is only weak to Dark, and Dark and Ghost typing is only weak to Fairy. Electric is only weak to Ground. If you have an Electric type Pokemon with Levitate, such as Electros or Electros, then you have a Pokemon with no weaknesses. However, the ability is required in order to now create a Pokemon with 0 weaknesses. You could accomplish that very easily. You could give Sap Sipper to Swampert, or you could give Flash Fire to Scizor, but it's still, you can use Gastro Acid on it, or you could use Role Play, or, well, not Role Play, you could use Skill Swap or something like that, and make it have the weakness. So there are no true type combinations with 0 weaknesses. Here are some fun facts about the types overall. There are only 3 types who have an average stat that is above 100. And the interesting thing about it is that 2 of them are defense. The average defense stat of all Rock-type Pokemon, and you add every Rock-type Pokemon in existence, and you add all of their defense stats together, and then you divide that by the number of Pokemon you gathered. The average of that total is 107.57. That means the average defense stat of any given Rock-type Pokemon is over 100. In fact, it's over 105. Dragon, the same thing is there, except it is for its attack stat. The average attack stat of Dragon-type Pokemon is 103.93. Again, a very high number. But the king is Steel. Everybody knows Steel as being one of the best defensive types in the game, as it resists more typing than any other. And the average defense stat, again, defense, of all Steel-type Pokemon is 110.79. The highest average of any kind. And that is really high when you think about it. An average of 110. Mew's base stats are base 100. The only Pokemon that has a base stat total that's that high, like if every stat it has was 110, there's only one Pokemon that would meet that requirement of that average, because that's an average total of 660. You would have to be Mewtwo, Arceus, or basically you'd have to be a legendary Pokemon or Slacking. And for that to be the average for all of your types, you'd have to be Arceus. As for priority, Vacuum Wave is the only special attacking move with priority. All other attacking moves with priority are physical. Aqua Jet, Quick Attack, Extreme Speed, Feint, all of them have a physical style. Not style. They're all physical moves. As for negative priority, things like Trick Room, Roar, and all that sort of stuff, there are moves with -1 priority, such as Roar, I think. Or maybe it's Counter. Oh no, there are moves with -1 priority. And then there are moves with -3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There are moves with that many priority minuses. Nothing has -2 priority. Why? I don't know. Why do they have -3 but not -2? I don't know. Why don't they move everything up? I don't know. But that's how it is. And back to Rotom, back to pretty much where we started. Rotom has 6 forms. It has its base form, and then it has its 5 alternate forms. Of these 5 alternate forms, none of their moves that they get have 100 accuracy. The highest is Rotom Fan with 95 accuracy. Then you have Rotom Wash, 80. And then you have Rotom Heat and Rotom Cut, 90. And then you have Rotom Frost with 70. None of them have 100 accuracy. As you know, I'm a stickler for accuracy. And I think that was probably a bit of an oversight, not giving anything all of the accuracy that it needs, but it is what it is. Rotom is blind, apparently. But those are 21 facts that you probably know about, well, except for the math one. Those are facts that are usually in the back of your head that I really wanted to bring forward so that you can really appreciate everything that goes into Pokemon and everything that's there about it that you may not, actively think about, because, it's a lot bigger than you may think. I'm going to be doing another video relatively similar to this, but still quite different. It's going to have a lot more math, but I think you guys will enjoy it because it's pretty interesting. That's something that I'm still working on, but I want to thank you guys for joining me here at the dojo. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you made it this far. I'm very happy. If you didn't, I completely understand. It was just a bunch of facts, but with that, I'm going to get up out of here. I love you guys. Best of luck out there. I will see you all soon. Goodbye.